Ladies and gentlemen, you do not need to adjust your screen. This is in fact the sexiest, one of the I can't make up my mind. 2019 Volvo V60. There are no bad angles on this automobile. I'm looking, but I can't find. Speaking of looking at the car, you know it's kind of odd? The car is actually fairly small-ish, but you think it's huge because of the wheelbase. Look how far the wheels are pushed to each extremity. That translates into a lot of interior space. I'll show you that in a few moments. Okay, let's get to the business of the T5 Momentum front-wheel drive. Retails for $44,900. If you want T6 all-wheel drive, $48,900. In my car, obviously T6 all-wheel drive, inscription, fully loaded. Starts at $55,400. But my car is, I'm trying to keep my shadow out of the shot, but that's not how, it's not gonna happen. Oh well. Includes a 19-inch wheels, vision package, convenience package, Bowers and Wilkins, everything. Actually, it is fully loaded. $65,600. Would I spend the money? Hoy, maybe. C-Class C43 is tempting for right around the same money. But the important stuff is, yeah, right back there. As long as you get a long roof, that's all that really counts. Well, let's get to it. With the V60 T6 inscription, you get a power hatch. Just quick, look at that, how beautiful. Volvo says this is actually 530 liters of trunk, but it really looks like a lot more than that. But Volvo's reasonable, what can I say? I'd venture more close to 700 if you compare it to other cars. This is where there's a lot of winning going on. I know you can't really see all that extra space, but it is there, I promise you. You could squeeze a person in the middle of the second row. The two baby seats. My T6 inscription has all the bells and whistles back here with the rear climate controls. There's one feature, Bowers and Wilkins. I'll show you up front. The interior of this is stunning, gorgeous seats. I'm gonna jump in right now. Okay, so that's your 8-inch display that you get in your T6 inscription. Fully configurable. Everything's digital and very nice. This is the 8-inch infotainment. Look at that. That's just, it's too slow to load. I've complained about this in the 90s and the other 60s, and however nice, however pretty the display is, it's just extremely slow to load all the time. Thankfully, you can access these controls down here for the HVAC fairly quickly, while the different menus up here make up their mind of where they are, what they want to do. Anyhow, I mean, it's fairly straightforward once you figure it out. As always, it's kind of like an iPad. You get your drop-down menu up here. This is your home button, if you will. Everything shows up there. That's it. It's fairly easy to use, still very slow, and the car has been running for over half an hour. It shouldn't take that long. There's a Bowers and Wilkins audio system. The sound is insane. Start-stop button. Kind of weird, right? Because it's stop, start. I don't know. I find that odd. There's your drive mode selector. They show up here. It's kind of nice. You use it. Well, anyway, I'll tell you what I think about it. Storage is good. Fit and finish. Look at the details. The different materials, the stitching. It's just absolute quality, craftsmanship, everything, how everything blends in together. This is a completely gorgeous car. Love the steering wheel. It's as beautiful on the inside. No, that's impossible. It's beautiful on the inside, but damn, it's gorgeous on the outside. And to boot, yes, because it's a wagon, it's really good to drive. So now that I've driven the rounds, in other words, driven every vehicle that is based on Volvo's scalable product architecture, I can tell you with utmost certainty that the smaller products, the 60s, that's what that platform was designed for. Quite honestly, the XC90 and S90, V90, meh. but the XC60 and now the V60 are demonstrating how good this platform really is. I am driving, albeit 30 kilometers an hour, on some broken road surface, which is snow and ice covered with ruts and everything, and at slow speed, so the dampers are working, the chassis is flexing, blah, blah. It is brilliant. Maybe an odd little rattle from the freaking panoramic sunroof, but I can deal with it because everything else is so good. And I can't stress it enough. It is incredible. This car, T6 Inscription, has a dynamic chassis, which has a funky transverse mounted lightweight leaf spring in the back for that added comfort. That's got to be it, or that's part of it, if anything, because the ride is really, really good. And when I get out of here, eventually, I might get a chance to show you how good this car handles. And what's most brilliant about it is that it's not punishing. It's always pleasant, no matter what. Right? On this rough stuff, or grabbing an on-ramp on the highway, which I've done a couple of times, leaning into it, the car stays true, but it doesn't push back. It just settles and coasts with you. I love it. Absolutely love it. I mean, driving slow, can't say much about the performance, but right, we know the T6, which is a supercharged and turbocharged version of a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. It produces 316 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque as of 2200 RPM. T5, which is the entry level, puts out 250 horsepower. And for the 60 and the V and the S, there is no T8 as of yet. As far as I'm concerned, T8 is BS. It's not worth your investment, the money, because not only do you get excellent performance with the T6, but you get great fuel economy. I'm never kind. Never ever kind. And I mean, I'm averaging just over 9 liters per 100 kilometers, which is incredibly good. Unbelievably good. And I'm going to try and reach the highway because I thought what's most important is to demonstrate how composed and solid the car feels at lower speeds on broken surfaces. 8-speed Geartronic automatic transmission is near as much, almost invisible. And there's one thing that I still have not decided if I like it or not, but it's the sound of the exhaust. It's nice. Yeah, that was quick. It's okay. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being difficult. Maybe I'm thinking Volvo should be a little quieter because it ain't a Polestar, and well, those are done. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I have to slow down because there's an Echo in front of me. Always the same. There's always a Toyota. Anyway, but this is a fabulous car to drive. Absolutely fabulous. I mean, at regular, normal speeds, it's very quiet in here. You know, I showed you the gauges and the screens. Issues here slightly. Drive modes, I showed you that. I mean, ultimately, I'm in comfort. I've set up individual, but I don't even bother using it. It is a brilliant car. It's plenty quick, great on gas, loads of fun, and it's dead sexy. What more can you ask for?